Yeah, swagger.
All right, cool. I think we're good. All right, word. You good? All right, you good?
Let's go.
Word. This is Greg here with Gag Order, just hanging out with Denzel Curry.
What's up?
We're outside the show right now because that shit sold out and it's hot as hell in here.
Yep.
Underachiever's on right now, killing it.
Yep.
Missed your set, but yo, how'd it go, man? How was your first official tour?
My first official tour, I feel accomplished because I'm on my first official tour.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, this was the first show, so, like, you know, I got to get the hang of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't get too excited or I start running out of breath, you feel me?
Right,
But
yeah.
I pulled through that shit. Like, I had ribs of steel and that shit.
You gotta
feel
work
me?
on the endurance, do some laps or something before the
Yeah.
show? Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I work out, I run and shit, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that
Yeah.
I'm good, take care of my voice.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, man, just go
doing
out
it,
and
right?
kill it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we just saw Herb Shuttles, and
Yeah.
there was a kid who was probably maybe 14,
Yep.
about to get kicked out,
Mm-hmm.
and Denzel Curry, the God, saved him.
Yeah, like the security's gonna just throw his ass out. Like, hold up, he a fan. Just chill. Let's just throw him back.
Yeah.
That's the least we could do. Don't kick him out, just throw him back.
He
You know
lived
what I
it
mean?
up too. He was like, all right, get low, and the beat dropped, and he took off. That was tight. That was tight. You
I had
saved
to
little
do it.
homie's day right there. You made his day.
I made his night actually, cause you know there's no sunlight out
It
there.
is blackout. You're totally right there.
Totally right.
And so, you know, what's next as far as you like going on this tour, man? Like, what are you hoping to get out of it? To be honest.
Hoping to get out of it, you know, just a tour feel. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, building relationships with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being cooler with them. Now that we gotta spend time with each other for like a month, so we might as well get to know like
Definitely.
who's on a tour with me.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Just like chilling with everybody, you know, getting this money, getting the girls.
Just
Shout out to my baby at home. You know what I'm
just
saying?
doing that tour life. Just doing that tour life.
This tour life, you feel me? Nothing too crucial.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I'm saying, doing my
Just
thing.
living, yeah. Album, Nostalgic 64.
Yes, sir.
That was insane. I was not expecting that at all. I mean, I heard the single Threats first, and I was like, okay, cool. Some, you know, some gritty, just like turn up music.
Yeah.
But then you came really lyrical and like really social conscious on the album too.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, I remember being, not that I'm old as hell, but I remember being that young and just like not really caring about the news or nothing. And you seem really in depth and like.
Nah,
because
because that shit was happening
you.
around me, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
everything that you heard on Zone 3 actually happened, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? People getting killed.
Yeah.
Like, the people I named were actually people I knew in real life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, just describing the whole Florida field. Then you got shit like Trayvon and Trayvon being from the house. It's not necessarily news, but I'm reporting this shit because that's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
It's not me watching news because, honestly, I think the shit boring, and I don't really feed into media bullshit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that shit needs to be aware. Like, people need to be aware of that shit. And I tell people how, like, you know what I'm saying, you got to elevate yourself or you're going to end up getting killed. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? You're going to end up being a victim of some shit. You feel me?
And I think that's the cool part, like where you do talk about that, but you also bring it like, yo, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta be tough out here.
Yeah, like
Just to
people
be
think like songs like Threats, he's like, oh yeah, I'm a gangster, da da da. Nah, nigga, it's about liberating yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you supposed to have a gun. You have the right to have bear arms. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's one of the amendments that you got in America. So when people start taking their guns, you're like, nah. You know what I'm saying? You gonna bust back. That's the whole thing. It's not me being a gangster. It's me being real.
Yeah, which is obviously, like, you know, props to you for being like mentally mature enough to realize that, and also be like, yo, we got to get out of this instead of just being a product of the system over and over again.
Yeah.
So that was,
I mean,
that's what I like about Nostalgia 64, about how like you actually are empowering your community and your people around you, as opposed to just telling stories like a Chief Keef would or Fredo Santana would. Or
I
something
mean,
like
Chief
that.
Keef them, but they talk about their environment as well. You can't really just single out Chief Keef like that.
Yeah.
This is the second time I had to like defend Chief Keef over some shit. He probably wouldn't give a fuck, but I'm just saying, like, the nigga just talk about his environment, and at the end of the day, the nigga trying to feed his daughter. Just people, you know, you got media bullshit as well, talk about he do some dumb shit, which he probably might do. I don't know. I'm not in his life, but the man's still trying to do something at the end of the day, so you can't really hate on the man for, like, trying to do what he got to
No,
do.
absolutely not.
You know what I mean?
Nah, Chief Keef's good. I'm just saying, from like a mental standpoint, you got a good mind on you got a good head on your shoulders, if you know what I'm saying. Like, you understand the social situations that you're in.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand both right and wrong. You gotta understand both good and bad. So that's why I'm really just playing. Like, you gotta think in your mind, like, okay, if I do this shit right here, what's going to happen
what's going to
after.
happen next. Yeah,
What's
it's
gonna
a
happen
domino
next.
effect. Yeah.
You feel me?
Chess, not checkers. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah, and I think that's the cool part about Nostalgia
It's
64.
like being ready for anything.
Definitely.
So like when I was creating Nostalgia 64, at first I was like, I was younger. I was like, yeah, I just wanted to be like, just and then, my manager had to sit me down. You gotta be universal. So I just took a universal approach on the album as well. Even during high school and graduating high school, I've been taking that approach to it.
Came out good.
You did.
Came out real good.
You did.
One of the best mixtapes albums of 2013. I would say easy.
And I drew my own cover artwork.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you went to like a design high school or something like that for a little bit,
fuck
right?
that high school. I don't fuck with
Well, I
that
mean,
shit.
like, obviously, if you're going to a design high school, obviously you got like a very creative side to you, being music and drawing. And where else could you see that like coming out in you growing as Denzel Curry? Like, you're gonna design your own merch too? That'd be kind of.
Yeah, we already got merch out here.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Did
It's
you
just
design it?
It's basic though. It's just my logo that I drew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got the C9 logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of cool that at least, even though school might have sucked, it's still kind of paying off a little bit.
Yeah, school pays off a lot. Like, cause I was reading shit in school that actually helped me with my raps. Like, I was doing Live This shit, and at the time I was reading Othello, so I just had to put that in there.
Shout out Shakespeare.
I was reading Othello and shit because
Yeah.
it was just a tale, you know what I'm saying? And I just had to include it and live this shit. So I would say school played a part. Even like going to that design school you was talking about, Dash, when I was going to Dash, I was just like, okay, I understand how these people are. But at first I didn't understand. Now I fully understand, okay, that's how they live. And then when I got kicked out and when I went to Carrot City, I had to understand how my own people live, and I felt more comfortable around them. But not saying I'm racist or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying?
No,
just
yeah, it's
universal
not
people.
racist. It's just kind of like more of a social situation, if anything.
Yeah, because most people like at that school are fake. They don't really like want to tell you what you need to hear, and then
Yeah.
like they'll talk shit, and then they won't do shit about it.
Yeah.
Some people like that. You feel me? I'm not saying all the Dash kids out there are fucked up. I'm
Yeah.
just saying like some people that didn't really like me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really vibe with them, and I tried to vibe with them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, okay, I don't give a fuck about you no more.
Yeah, it kind of, as not ideal it might have been, it definitely helped out like in growing you as who you are and how you understand
Yeah, I
people
mean,
around you and stuff like
I
that.
still
so-
have a couple friends that go to that school, you know what I'm saying, that was actually real friends. I'm still friends with them to this day. Matter of fact, my homie Tyler called me today, and he went to that school, and he's doing some big shit. And I'm proud of him, you know what I'm saying? I just said it as into the kids who was in my class, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Like,
feel
he's
ya.
younger than me, but I just did it for the people like, okay, you didn't like me, you didn't like me, you didn't like me. Fuck y'all, I'm gonna do my thing.
I'm gonna do my own thing, type idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean,
Like, I knew they didn't like me anyway, and then like when it got to that point, people like when I went on the rant like fuck that school, and I was like fuck that shit, fuck all that shit. Like you had like people that I'm friends with now like coming to me, yeah, I did mistreat you, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I could understand, I could have been annoying and shit, but
yeah. At least they
Mhm,
grew up and
whatever.
accepted their faults and stuff.
yeah.
But before Nostalgia 64, you got some pretty big cosigns from like the rap world. Like I've seen pictures like with Earl Sweatshirt, you know,
Yeah.
Lil Ugly Man calling you out, and all this other stuff.
Lil Ugly Man been the homie in this underground rap world. He reached out to me before I reached out to him. Yeah,
You met him
so,
through Space Ghost Perp.
Like, Perk told me his real name, which I can't give y'all. Like, me and him was talking or whatever.
Yeah.
He sent me 2 tracks, and I did Twistin', and then I did another track. And then, like, in 2013, I sent them, what they call it, Mystical Virus Part 3.
Mhm.
This was around the time where he was, like, quitting rap and everything, but
Yeah,
still
yeah.
working on some shit. And, like, he just came through and swagged out the verse. Didn't ask for nothing.
And that was it.
That was it.
So like, how do those like cosigns and those collabs like help you like did it help your confidence as like
They just helped me get even more better.
yeah, they
I
kind
wanted
of
to just get-
mentored you a little bit or something, or like give you some
Yeah.
pointers, or
You
did
had some
more
ups and downs, you feel me? Like
Yeah.
getting turned down the show
yeah,
and meeting your favorite rapper at the same time. You know, you always got ups and downs and shit, but you know, that did help me though. It
absolutely.
just showed that I could stand on my own 2 feet. And when I dropped the album, I don't know if y'all knew, but like during the like process of the album, I left the clan.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
But it wasn't on no, you know what I'm saying, no green shit. I'm still cool with them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it was just like, okay, after I dropped the album, it just showed everybody and their mama that I could stand on my own too and do my
Yeah.
own thing without like,
the relying on the name of Raider Clan to kind of help you out
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, even though I've been there, those are my roots, and I'm never gonna forget that.
Yeah.
But dropping the album just showed like I could do it myself.
Absolutely.
And I could also be a leader as well.
Yeah. So like going forward, as you know, the whole Cloud9 movement and everything like that.
Mhm.
What do you see from like the Cloud9?
Man, y'all gonna see some crazy shit, honestly, because it's been people I've been working with, you know, like Metro Zoo, Mike DC, JK the rapper, Simi, and the rest, Mook, Simi, Mook.
Who are all
Nail.
super staples on Nostalgia 64. I mean, they're all over that thing. So
Yeah.
that's the,
you know,
that's
I'm
the
gonna
crew
still,
right there. Yeah.
I'm gonna still work. The people who helped me work on Nostalgia 64 is the people I'm still working with, and more. You know what I mean? Because, like, I have a feeling that I'm gonna end up being bigger than I already am right now.
Absolutely,
so
damn straight.
That's gonna help me out in the long run. So
absolutely, keep a tight circle. You know, grow together as a group.
Exactly.
And stuff like that, and keep good relations and stuff.
Yeah.
That's gonna get you so
I'm
far.
always gonna keep my face clean. Like, long as I keep it real with everybody else, they're gonna keep it real with me, and that's it. That's my whole thing. I hate liars. I hate people who lie to me in my face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
That's the only thing that really pisses me off.
I can see that. That's easy. So, gotta ask about the homie Young Lean.
He's not my homie.
No? Well, not like the homie, but like just the guy you've been.
I'm not dissing the man or nothing. But that track happened on accident.
Really?
Yeah. Like Freebase, which is Chris from Metro Zoo, he knew Young Lean.
Yeah.
And he sent Bitch Named Bitch to him back when I was in Raider Clan and shit. And then I didn't know who the fuck he was, honestly. I'm not knocking the man grind. I see him shine. I see him doing his thing. I'm not gonna knock the man shine.
It wasn't like a deliberate move. It was kind of like, so Metro Zoo sent him the track, and then he just did a verse.
No. Freebase sent
him the track.
And then he just
did a verse, and then it came back out as a remix.
And then like my manager found out, and I'm like, at first I'm like, I don't like this shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? To be honest, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing against it.
To me, it's your work. You gotta protect your work. So
so I was like, I don't like it, but like people was like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? I wasn't doing it to get a name. I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put it out.
Yeah. Damn, I did not know that. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, but that track happened completely on accident.
So you just got back from South by Southwest as well?
Yeah, killed 5 shows in one day.
5 shows in one day.
Yeah.
Yo, you better be like real, like Iron Man strong for that. I mean, I could see even just down there for 20 minutes, I was sweating my ass off. Never mind 5 shows in one day. So how was that, like every day, or is that just like one crazy day?
One crazy day that I just did like 5 shows. I lost my voice for 2 days.
Oh, I bet. And so how?
And I was running on 30 minutes of sleep.
How's that even possible? Mad Coffee and Red Bull?
No, not even that.
Just straight up like go.
I'm super hyper, so I have a lot of adrenaline.
Damn. And so how did South by, like, how does something like that, can something like that like help you out in like preparing for something like a tour or anything like that? Like what did you learn? Like what did you learn from South by?
Everything to this point helped me out for my tour, because it's just nothing but show after show after show after show after show. And like South by Southwest was show after show after show after show after show. So I was like, okay, cool. 5 shows in one day, I could kill them.
And I
could do it. And I did it. Came back to Miami, buried my brother. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Lotto. To y'all that don't know, that's my brother. You feel me? Like, came back, buried my brother, coped with it, got back on tour.
Did your
thing.
On track. Because I feel like being from Zone 3 and, you know, all that stuff, you have to grow up pretty fast.
Like, it's pretty much, it was like a cool neighborhood at first, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, as you grew older, you started realizing, like, people around you starting to get killed and shit.
So, yeah, so Zone 3 started out as a calm neighborhood, or was it always crazy?
Well, I mean, you had Zone 3, you had Zone 4, you had Murder Grove, and you had shit getting hot around there, you know what I'm saying? But at that time, it was just like, okay, it's hot. But niggas used to just scrap. And then when I got in the 8th grade, that's when I found out my cousin got killed in the other zone. He got killed in Zone 4. So I was just like, oh, shit. That shit's crazy, because that's, like, right down the street.
Yeah.
And then that's when, like, kids around there were like, oh, yeah, this is Zone 3, this is Zone 3, this is Cherry Bay, this is this and this, that. And I was just, like, so oblivious to it. I was just like, oh,
that's
I
when you kind of
thought it was just all Carol City. So Zone 3, you know what I'm saying, it was cool. And then, like, that's when I started realizing people were starting getting murdered over there and shit. Like, a kid got killed right down the street from my crib. You know what I mean? And that shit was just crazy to me, man. Then niggas started getting hit by a stove. Niggas started, you know what I'm saying, like, searching for other people. It was just, like, the whole Carol City is just, like, a crazy neighborhood. It's just, like, crazy as fuck. But it calms down, boils up, then it gets cool. Yeah. Calms down, boils up, gets cool. But that's how it is, you know what I'm saying? You just got to protect yourself. But there was a time where it was, like, really getting hot, where it was like, damn, if I walk over here, I don't want a nigga run up on me thinking, like, I'm somebody else. So I took, like, certain pathways and shit to get to my friend's house.
That's tough, man.
It's not tough. Like, you feel me? Once it cools down, you back on the street.
Yeah.
But, like, once it's like that, you know, like, okay, if you from here and these niggas don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't know turf shit. It's just like if niggas got pressure and got insides, they gonna go after it. Some hoods don't like other hoods because somebody died from there and somebody died from
Yeah,
another
it's just
one.
it's other people's beef just carrying over
Yeah,
and stuff like
it's
that.
not like on no gangbanging shit, but it's just like, yo, it's just like real pressure.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Right.
I mean, we got some stuff like that around Boston, but nothing as crazy as Zone 3 and that whole Trayvon stuff and all that stuff that you've been talking about with your cousin and your brother and what was it, Tierra off of
Tierra was my best friend. Like, no, not my best friend, but she was like a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I've known her since middle school and shit. And when I found out she got killed, you feel me? My heart just dropped. I went to her wake, you know what I'm saying, a day before I had to go to New York. I couldn't even go to the funeral.
Yeah.
But like, when I was like working on Planet Shrooms and shit, you know, me and Freebase made a whole beat pack with raps on it. And most of those songs I dedicated to Tierra and shit. And that's why Tierra is like mainly Planet Shrooms, and 32Zell is my brother because, you know, it's cool.
Well, R.I.P. R.I.P. And so
Rest
when
in power.
Western Power. And when can we expect something like Planet Shrooms to come out? I see it blowing up all over Twitter all the time, and you're just like, yo, chill. And
Y'all gonna see.
yeah, we're gonna see it.
I'm not gonna tell y'all, but y'all gonna see it,
All right, man. All right, man. Well, we'll let you get back inside because I know you
Are cold as fuck.
cold as hell.
About to go on the inside
Yeah,
and chill.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. And this is Geaux signing out.